Welcome to this episode of your Morning Boost, brought to you by AWB Education. AWB Education is your partner in school leadership and is here to help you with your educational programming needs. You can find more episodes like this one along with our offerings of support and consultation at awbeducation.org. Here is your host, Adam Bush.
Hello and welcome back. All week long, we have been focusing on buzzwords in education, and today's topic is the data-driven mindset. Oh, data. For some of us, like me, this is one of our favorite words. I mean, metaphorically, of course, I would roll around on a pile of spreadsheets, especially if I could get some of the old school kind when this sound... Oh, beautiful sound, isn't it? Just rang through the office. Oh, it was amazing. Okay, so the sounds of the old Epson dot matrix, they were there and it's changed today. But to get back on track, data is certainly a big part of the world we live in. The hardest part is there is so much data out there, and every person that sends you an email has a new app or new website that will help you get the data you need. Heck, we would build that for you here at AWB Education just for quite a bit cheaper. But the constant sales pitches just aren't going to stop. They are there because they are looking for ways to get this information in a way that can help guide the next steps of your work. And that only starts with this concept of having a data-driven mindset. From what does the formative data I collected during a bell ringer activity all the way to the projections of what current 8th graders are going to sign up for the Intro to Business course as a sophomore, and then how many teachers I will need in 2 years for that department. We are constantly collecting and trying to look at our data. The mindset piece comes in when we understand that we need the data to best understand what is happening and how to improve upon whatever the data is referring to. I think back to when I was just getting started and I was coaching an 8th grade boys basketball team. I came off the floor and frankly I was irritated because we played well, but we'd worked on some things in practice and it didn't go like I expected. I wasn't sure we'd had as good an effort as I wanted. I mean, you name it. All of this stuff was going through my head, and the varsity coach was leaning up against the wall nearest the locker room because, of course, they had to practice right after our game was finally over because we only had one gym and we had to share it and yada, yada, yada. Typical life of a coach in a small school. Well, I caught eye contact with him and he had a smile on his face, and I said hi, and I'm sure that look of curiosity was what he saw looking back at him, and he laughed, and he said to me, I know you're going to make a great coach someday, and you know why? You just won a game by 40, and I can literally see everything running through your head, which, of course, was the data from the game, and I know you shouldn't be satisfied, and you're not. He was right. But just because the end result this time happened to work out, it doesn't mean it will next time, or it doesn't mean that a need for adjustment may not come sooner than later. Without that data, remember, we have qualitative and quantitative data sources, but we would be stuck trying to find a way to improve without anything to tell us how to do so. We need to lean on that data, and we need to lean on a data-driven mindset when we are constantly looking for feedback to tell us what the next step, the next adjustment, or just to be able to better anticipate the next hurdle that we will have to accommodate for or to continue to improve. I've heard that education is a marathon, not a sprint. No, marathons eventually end. I'm sure if I attempted to run one, the end would be in the back of an ambulance, but even then it's still an ending. Education is more like Earth's orbit. 365 days later, you may end up right back in the same spot you started. All sorts of fun and exciting and maybe scary stuff happened on your journey to get there, but here you are, ready to do it all over again. And how do you make this trip around even more successful, even more meaningful, and more enjoyable? Take a look at your data. What did it tell you? I bet the suggestions lie in there somewhere. Thanks for listening today.
This has been your Morning Boost brought to you by AWB Education. Find us at awbeducation.org to find out how we can help you with your educational programming needs. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a quick minute to leave a rating and review to help us reach even more people. Otherwise, enjoy the workday, lead with your heart, and we will see you next time.